Hello everybody, this is Carolyn and welcome to the Second Impressions Cashier Training. Most of you have been a cashier with us for a very long time, so this is really just a refresher for you. We'll have a couple of new people being a cashier this time, so this will allow you to know, to get an idea of what the point of sale system looks like before you actually start ringing up people. Obviously it's always easier to learn when you're actually doing it, but at least you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking for. I hope to have a counter / bagger with each cashier. The way the volunteer schedule looks right now, I don't know if that's going to happen. I hope that it does. It makes it easier for you guys. If you don't have someone there to help you, what you want to do is scan items in bundles of 10. So you're going to scan 10 items, then you're going to scan another 10 items, and then you'll scan another 10 items. And what that's going to do is help you keep track of what you're scanning. So at that point, you should have scanned 30 items. So do items 10 at a time, especially when it's really busy. That's going to help you a lot because sometimes those scanners will actually beep even though you didn't scan in the item. So you guys are very important to the sale, so it's really important that you just pay attention to what you're entering and what you're scanning and that kind of stuff. So you've got your first items. Well, actually, you're ready to log in first. So when you come in, you log in, go to operator. Go to operator, and why is it doing that to me? Go to log in, and you'll have a user ID and password before you get started. So you put in your user ID and your password and you hit log in. It lets you know you successfully logged in, so hit OK. So you're ready to start helping your first shopper. You just start scanning those items. And get them there. Alright. And you guys will be much faster than me. I'm kind of in an awkward position. Alright, so as you can see, I scanned 3 items, and I have 3 items. So you always want to make sure this number matches the number of items that you actually have, which is why you want to scan items 10 at a time when you have a lot of items to ring up. Now, I also have here a tag that is not in the inventory, so I want you to see what happens when I scan that tag. Okay, you're going to get this box that comes up. Hopefully, we won't have a lot of these, and that we can utilize this box. If we find out that we have a ton of non-inventory items, then we may take this box away. Hopefully everyone that transferred inventory transfers it correctly. That's usually the only reason that it would not show up, or if there's an issue from the way people did their transfers. So if we're able to use this box, what you're going to do is, so this tag here, it's clothing for girls, and it's a dress. So I'm just going to put dress. I'm not going to put in a lot of other information, and then I'll just save it. And as you can see, it's right there. It's saved. The regular price is what the price is. The sale price would be what the price is on Sunday, which is half price day. So on Sunday, it'll still show this, and but it'll also show what it actually sold for. You have your consignor number here, you have your item number here, the description. Okay, now If you need to delete an item, you just highlight that item. See how it turns in blue. And the yellow, as you can see, is the last item that you entered. I believe that's what the yellow is. Let me see if I can scan another one just to make sure. Let's see. Oh, make sure it's in the box there. Well, sorry guys, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, so the yellow means the last item that you scanned. So if you want to delete an item, you highlight it in blue, and you actually just hit delete on your keyboard. You hit the delete button on your keyboard. Okay, so once you get done scanning all your items and your items that you actually have match this number here, you can go to checkout. Enter your claim tickets. This would be if someone has a large item, like say a baby bed, but they can't bring the baby bed up to you. So what they do is they take off the bottom portion of a claim ticket. The bottom portion of the claim ticket will have the tag attached to it. So they're going to hand you that claim ticket. You've already scanned the baby bed up here, and you still have the claim ticket. So at this point you would hit yes, that you have a claim ticket, and you just scan in the claim ticket barcode right here. Or however many you have, you would scan them all in right here. But we don't have one right now to scan, so we'll go to cancel and go back. So go back to checkout, because we're done scanning. We do not have any claim tickets. This is really important. You want to get their contact information, because we want to be able to tell them about all of our upcoming events. They don't want to give you an email, if they don't have one, then you will just get in their other information. But mainly you're getting email addresses. So you just put in their email address. And the other really important thing is we need to know how they found out about us. This is really important. This is going to help us decide where our advertising dollars need to go for each event. So if we're putting money into one thing and we're not getting any shoppers from that, then we don't want to put the money into that again. Most people say they heard about us from Facebook. So if they heard about us from Facebook, you can just make it simple and quick and hit FB for Facebook. Or if they heard about us from Georgia Family Magazine, or whatever it may be. You can put in, abbreviation if you need to, just as long as I understand what it is, how they referred about us. So that is really, 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 really important to find out how they heard about us. So once you get all that information in, like as you can see, email and referred is really all you need, but you can definitely put in this other information as well. Hit save. Now it's going to show you the total amount due, which is $14.45. So that was the price of the items plus tax. We don't do discounts, so you won't have to use apply discount coupon button. If you need to enter claim tickets and you forgot, you can do that right here. So if they are paying cash, you select cash. You put in the amount they gave you. Let's say they gave you 20. You can just hit 20 and tab, and it's going to show you the amount that you owe them. If you have credit cards, it's really important that you look at that amount, $14.45. You run that credit card for $14.45. You come back to this screen after you run your credit card. You look at your credit card receipt, and you type in the number, the amount that's on that credit card receipt, into this space right here. So that amount is $14.45. But if I put in something like $13.45, that's what it's showing on my credit card receipt. I'm going to hit tab. It's going to show me that there's still some money that's due. So I know that I entered in something wrong on that credit card machine, so I need to go back to that credit card machine and fix my mistake. Either refund it and rerun it, or you may be able to just void it. It just depends on the machine and that kind of thing. If that happens, you can definitely ask for help with that. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. That's what we're there for. We're there to help. Okay, so gift certificates. The gift certificate is going to be an actual paper, cardstock type paper gift certificate that has second impressions on it. And also consignment cash. That's going to be somebody that won a contest, and you will have a list so you can actually see the winners, and then you'll just mark off the winners. You'll put the transaction number on the paper that has the list of the winners. You'll put the transaction number beside the winner and check it off that they claimed their prize, and you'll initial that. Okay, so if you notice, those of you that have been being a cashier for a long time, the seller IOU is gone. The IOU part is gone. We will not be using IOUs any longer. That goes for me as well. I will not be using it. IOUs have been a nightmare for accounting, bookkeeping, taxes. So IOUs will not be utilized any longer. All right. So if you have a check, a credit card, or a gift certificate, you're going to write the transaction number. When you get finished with this transaction, you will have a number. That number will go on your check, credit card receipt, and gift certificate. You can write that transaction number wherever you like on the front of the item so that we can see it. Make sure that you get IDs for these, actually for gift certificates too. You need to have IDs for all of these. Checks need to be from Georgia, and the ID needs to be from Georgia. On your check, you're going to write the license number, the date of birth, and if it doesn't already have the phone number, you're going to write the phone number. You will all have an endorsement stamp. So make sure you keep those with you, maybe in your apron. They're smaller now. Make sure you keep up with those. And you also will all have a paid stamp for those larger items that you can't bag. That way the person at the door can make sure that the items have been paid for. So you each will have one of those as well. So once you get done here, cash, go to continue. Oh, sorry about that. That's because I have a dollar right there. I need to go back up here, $14.45, and I hit tab after I hit $14.45 and changed to a 0. Hit continue, and that was transaction number 1. So that's the number that I would write if I had checks, credit cards, or a gift certificate. And there's not too many gift certificates out there, so it's very rare that you'll even see one. Alright, so you can hit OK. Now, if you do need to refund the item, you would hit refund. You would then scan that item. See if I can get one that I just rang up. Alright, it's letting you know that you have to have a manager approval for refunds. There are 3 managers that you can get approval from, and that would be me, Carolyn. Also, you can ask Christy Etheridge or Melissa Thomaston, and they can all do overrides for you. Hit OK, and then they will enter their code, and now that item is refunded. You just go to checkout. No, we do not need to enter any claim tickets. It's going to prompt you that every time. That's going to be prompted every time, so we're just going to skip that. And for that low of an amount, I would just give them back cash. We don't want to rerun a credit card for that amount. Oh, also, on credit cards, when you are running a credit card, you have to add a $2 transaction fee to your total. You don't do anything in the system, nothing at all. You just add $2 to whatever their total is. So let me get out of this. See, and I also want to show you this. With one item being in there, it won't allow me to hit the delete button. it wants me to hit the reset register button instead. So I would just go to reset, and I want to reset that. So if you go over here to transaction review, it's going to show, I can pull up that transaction that we did. I can pull up all of them, but we've only done one. And I can pull that up, and let's say that the total, okay, so the total was $14.45, but they have a credit card, so you just let them know your total is $16.45 with your card. Instead of having to go through the whole spiel of the fees and all, that information will be posted. The $2 transaction fee is posted. It's on the website. It's all over, so you don't have to go through a long explanation. You just, you know, I say your total is $16.45 with your card. Now, you probably won't have anybody complaining about the fee. If you have just a little remark, that's one thing. But if you have somebody really making a fuss about it, you definitely can waive that fee. You don't have to get an approval from me. You use your own judgment. We definitely want to make the shopper happy. If they are really showing that they're getting upset over the $2 fee, then you can waive it. You just need to make sure that you keep track of that. And you shouldn't get any. We might get 1 or 2 per sale for the whole entire sale. So I just want to let you know that, you know, you can use your discretion on that. Just make sure you keep track of it. Okay, so that right there, the transaction review, is where I went to pull up the transactions. So this is going to show you every single transaction for every computer, and so you would just find the receipt that you want. If someone wanted to print a receipt, or someone wanted a receipt, because we don't automatically print receipts, you just find that transaction number, go to show, and hit duplicate receipt, and then it'll print out. There's going to be 6 computers. There'll be 1 printer for every 3 computers, so there'll be 2 printers total. There'll be 1 credit card machine for every 2 computers. So hopefully we'll be able to set it up to where the credit card machine will be in between 2 registers. So 1 for every 2 registers, if that makes sense. All right. Item check. I'm not really sure when you would use that function, but it would be if, for example, I'll put in this one here. And item check, it shows you the consignor number, the item number, the descriptions, the amount, category, so on and so forth. Like I said, I haven't quite figured out when we would use that, but we might. Sometimes I can't figure things out till I'm actually there doing it. Alright. Inventory search is when you're trying to find an item. You have an item without a tag. So that same one, it was a Cato black shirt. Then you can also choose your category, you can choose your size. So all of these things, you don't have to put them in, but you have them there. Let's see if that'll work there. Okay, so you can see that when I put in Cato, that came up. So, you know, you kind of can just play around with it a little bit and see what comes up. It needs to match the item exactly before you can actually use that item. And always ask someone else their opinion if you're just not sure, because if it doesn't match, we can't sell it. Alright, I showed you transaction review. Suspend, you probably won't ever use that option. What that is for is if, say, someone left their purse in the car and they need to run out and get it, but you have people waiting. So you would just suspend that transaction. It's going to give you a suspend number, and that way you can move on to your next person. When the person comes back in to pay, they can go to anybody to pay. You would just go to recall, and it's going to give you a list of all of the suspended, which there won't be maybe one in there, maybe two. So you just find that one, hit show, and then you would hit recall. Simple, simple, simple. Alright, I don't see any reason to ever use the refresh valid consignor list, so you're good there. I don't believe there's much up here. Just make sure when you're done, or if you have to go to lunch or anything like that, that you log out. Or if you walk away to go straighten up anything or go to the restroom, you always want to log out, and you always want to take your cashier key with you, your key to your money. Same things right here under tasks that are pretty much down here. That's about it. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure I'm missing some things. Some of you cashiers have so many more hours being a cashier than I ever even thought of. So please let me know when I'm missing on this video. That way I can remake one for next time, a better one for next time, in case we have any newbies. And just to give us all a refresher on what to do. And sometimes my cell manager changes things. So I can't think of anything else. Let me know if you think of anything, and I'll update for next time. And I can't wait to see you all. Thank you so much for everything you do to make the sale a success. I hope the sale is a blessing to you, and I hope that it is a blessing to others in our community. And I will see you all really soon. Thank you. Bye.